We have a number of big stories to talk about when it comes to Dogecoin. Amazon, take a look at this article. Amazon says it's exploring cryptocurrency payments. Then this one as well. Amazon interested in crypto, increasing it with new job posting. So basically, Amazon is looking further and further and further into cryptocurrency being accepted there throughout their entire store, which is going to be a massive, massive deal. And I can tell you right now, I have a source with inside Amazon who is telling me that Dogecoin is likely going to be included in that. We do not know for sure how long this is going to take or what it's going to look like, but they are very seriously considering Dogecoin, Bitcoin, and Ethereum as the main three ones they're going to accept, then also adding some more on top of that. It could even be significantly more than just those three. We hope it's just those three if we're holding Dogecoin and Bitcoin as well. So that's kind of the goal there, is for us to be holding those and hoping that it goes up from that. But they're basically going out there and trying to find people who know what they're talking about to help with this transition here. A lot of big companies are going to be accepting crypto. And if you're one of the ones that's not, you're going to be missing out massively. And so every company kind of has to catch up with the trends, and every company is going to have to eventually accept it once the train starts going. And more and more companies start accepting crypto. All of them are basically going to have to at that point. Right now, Amazon has over 200 million members worldwide and significantly more people that shop at their stores in the United States alone. More than 80% of young people have Amazon Prime memberships, and more than 50% of the entire US adult population has an Amazon Prime membership. That's just the memberships. The amount of people currently using Amazon is just massive, and so for them to accept it is going to be one of the biggest things possible moving forward. We can also see here, Apple at number 1 with 2.4 trillion, then we also have Microsoft at number 2 with 2.1 trillion, then Saudi Aramco at number 3 with 1.8 trillion, Amazon right now sitting there at number 4 with 1.8. Then we have Alphabet, aka Google, at 1.8 as well. And after that, it falls all the way down to 1 trillion with Facebook. So really the top 5 here are the ones that we're going to be hoping the most for accepting Dogecoin, being Apple, Microsoft, Saudi Aramco, Amazon, and Alphabet. With Amazon likely going to be doing it soon. We don't know the exact time frame once again, but with them likely doing it soon, that's going to be massive. And the second one of these big companies does it, we're going to see an immediate waterfall to where pretty much all of them are going to Tesla, setting that example. But remember, it's the corporate world. They move extremely slow. They're not going to be fast. Also, another thing to keep in mind, Jeff Bezos doesn't really like Elon Musk too much. And that's something to keep in mind because Jeff Bezos is no longer the CEO at Amazon. We have Andy Jassy as the current CEO of Amazon, which is definitely very, very, very positive if you're hoping they accept Dogecoin, because if we saw Jeff still there, it may be less likely. They probably still eventually would, just because it makes too much economical sense, and Jeff Bezos is not that involved with the day-to-day operations. He wasn't even when he was the CEO, at least not recently. So those are all things to consider, but it's very, very, very exciting. And now to the juicy part of the Final Stand Lives. This right here is why you subscribe with notifications on. If you're watching for the first time, come ahead and join the channel. This is the fastest growing new channel on all of YouTube in 2021, breaking records, having fun, and just enjoying the Dogecoin ride and the cryptocurrency ride altogether. But here, take a look at these beautiful, beautiful facts. We have a number of big things to go over. The first one is that a new survey came out. Approximately 13% of Americans traded crypto in the past year, and keep in mind, this is a survey of around 1,000 adults in the United States, so it's not going to be 100% accurate. It's somewhere in the neighborhood of 10 to 15% that traded in the past year alone. That's just in the past year. You have to also keep in mind that a lot of people are going to have bought previously. Maybe they didn't trade. Maybe they're just long-term holders, kind of like what we saw with stocks, with only 24% actually trading in the stock market, but more than 50% holding stock. That number is going to continue to increase with crypto massively, and it's something that we can really count on. There's 100% chance more people will come into crypto. It's already happening now, and it's going to continue to happen more. Here's some more interesting, juicy stats. I found all of these went all across the internet, so if you appreciate the effort and time that goes into these lives, I spend hours and hours and hours preparing, going over all the stats, all of the research. This is what I do all day long. I look at articles, I look at numbers, I love doing this. I was doing a lot of it before I even had the show. So now to have the show, it just makes it more fun, and we can come on together and just go over all this interesting stuff. Take a look at this. Survey shows about 2/3 who purchased crypto did so with the intention to make transactions. So of that 13%, 33% approximately actually bought in because they planned specifically to make transactions with that crypto, many of which have already been made. Many more are going to be made soon. That's not exactly a super positive number. We'd like to see more people having the intention to actually spend crypto so it can achieve its actual use case, which is the only way it's really going to take a hold in society. We can't just have people buying for no reason. There has to be stuff coming. When all these companies start accepting, Amazon is going to be one of those big dominoes that falls. That's going to be a big a big driving factor in more and more doing that. But here's where it starts to get more interesting. 53% bought because of FOMO, which is a lot of people. If you're scared that you're going to miss the profits, if you want to make some money, maybe you'll go and throw some money into crypto as fast as you can and try to make some money there. It's a lot of people, 53%. But 93%, this is the best stat of them all. 93% of us, which is pretty much all of us who have invested in crypto, have the intention to use it for transactions in the future. Personally, I have bought some of my crypto to make transactions with it, and I've bought some of it to hold long term. I continue whenever I can to make transactions. When I buy things from my friends, I like to use crypto. I ask them, hey, can I pay you in Dogecoin? If all of us are doing that, it will have a big impact moving forward. We need to make sure it happens. But yes, if you do want to come and press the like button, we're at 1,440 viewers right now. If we can get that like button all the way up to 500, that would definitely be a very positive thing. We're not that far away. I'm ready for the bull run from Adam to the moon. I like that. But with 93%, though, that is the number of people who are planning to use it for transactions and open to it in the future. Open to it, not planning. Open to it in the future, which is almost everyone. If you have crypto and you don't have any intention to ever use it, then you're part of that small 7%, which isn't a lot of people. Most of us know we actually should be using it, and we can, and it will have value for us if we do, because it's way more efficient. 59% of non-holders as well are interested in owning, which is between 100 and 200 million people right now in the United States alone are interested in buying cryptocurrency. They have shown some degree of wanting it. Maybe some of them have not been able to set up their accounts, or the barrier of thinking about it is too big, because it does seem like a big task. We all know it's easy to buy crypto. If you want to get it, you just set up your account, you purchase it using USD, and then you have crypto. A lot of people don't know that, and so they're going to be nervous or scared potentially about accepting crypto moving forward. That's just the way it is, which is why this show hopefully will help to get more people involved and more people on board. I should probably talk more about how you can buy crypto. It's really as simple as downloading one of the exchange apps. You can look up anyone you want. Robinhood's one a lot of people in the Dogecoin community use, but I would definitely recommend looking at crypto.com if you want to stake, as well as Gemini. There's a number of good ones that you can all, if you're new, be looking at. And also, here's another interesting thing to think about. If we do see that actually coming true, and that 56% of people, 59% I mean, of non-holders who are interested buying in, we will likely see a market cap of $5 to $10 trillion, $5 to $10 trillion for cryptocurrency, which is a 5 to 10x from where we are now. If Dogecoin does a 10x, it will be worth over $2. If it does more than that and takes a larger share, which is what I'm predicting, it's going to be worth significantly more than that. So when you see me do these big numbers, sometimes I'll go on a little bit of a stretch and say, okay, best case scenario, we could maybe see this. But for the most part, if I put a number, it actually has some statistical backing behind it. And this is part of that right there. 1,004 American adults as well. That's the number that was surveyed in this that I was mentioning. June 24th to June 28th is when this survey was taken. So not that long ago, but still a little bit of time ago. The average crypto investor as well is 38 years old, in case you're wondering, compared to the average stock investor, who is 47. So still shifting more toward that younger side. More older people are going to get into crypto. It's inevitable, especially when you look at that 56% number. A lot of those people are going to be on the older side. So it's something we all have to look forward to if we want to see more people coming in, which is something I think all of us do want to see. By the way, speaking of things you want to see, Manscaped will definitely help you look better. You can take a look here at the Performance 4.0 package, which is definitely pretty awesome. We have a nose trimmer, which I've been using. I like it. We also have great things for your downstairs Dogecoins, from deodorant to some very great toner right there. And it's pretty easy when it comes to their shaver to actually talk about it, because this is the one I was using, which is pretty dang powerful, but not nearly as powerful as this one, which is also significantly smoother. And you can hear the difference. So if you want to go to Manscaped, you can go right down there, click my link, 20% off, as well as free shipping. It's worth checking out, and you can get yourself the Performance 4.0 package, which is something a lot of men are continuing to buy and enjoy. But right now, the population of the United States is 332 million, which is a heck of a lot of people, right? And so of that 332 million, approximately 40 million or so, 43 million, based on my calculations, have purchased crypto. And one thing to keep in mind, I was accounting for every single adult in this. Technically, I probably should have accounted for the fact that a lot of people are under the age of 18. So let's take a little bit off that number, somewhere around 35 million. Yeah, I should have thought about that, eh? But Dogecoin community celebrates low effort meme day as well, which is today, if you don't know. So if you want to go throw out some low effort memes on Twitter or on Instagram, today's the perfect day to do that. Dogecoin community having a lot of fun with that. You can see Billy Marcus, low effort meme day. Wow, Doge coming in with that meme there. Not too impressive, but that's the whole point. It was low effort. You don't need to do too much with a low effort meme day. Twitter CEO Jack Dorsey touts Bitcoin as a big part of the future. More articles coming out about this. It will help if Twitter actually jumps on board, but I have suspicions and I have a lot of reason to believe they're not actually going to jump on board as much as people are saying. Matt, what about Tiger King going to the moon? Yes, I'm still continuing to hold mine. It just had another big increase. Keep in mind, if you had bought Tiger King coin after my first tweet, you would currently be up a 10x. So if you put 10,000 in, that would be worth $100,000 right now. That's enough to buy a Tesla if you decide to sell, but most people aren't selling because we know there's only approximately 8,600 people currently in Tiger King coin, 8,630 to be exact. That's the number of wallets. Technically, it's a little bit less when it comes to the actual amount of people because some people have more than one wallet. But still, that's not a lot of people yet, and all of us are continuing to hold for the most part because we know what's coming in the future. Matt, thanks for all your hard work. Ignore the negative comments, but there's very few negative comments, but I do appreciate that. The best is yet to come, and you're definitely right. There are some negative comments about Dogecoin. Some people will say things like, Dogecoin's done, it's over, it'll never spike again, and people are perfectly entitled to that opinion. If that's what you believe, I will read your comment, I will talk about it. We'll talk about the negatives and the positives both. This is not a pump channel, this is a facts and information channel, and when there's information that causes the price of Dogecoin to go up, then that's the information doing that. It's not us specifically doing that. So definitely very positive to think about that and what it means for the future. Also, here's another thing for the future. Tesla is not going to have a normal steering wheel option for their Tesla cars, which is, I think, a bad move. Come on, Elon Musk. Put the wheel in there for the people who want it, or at the very least, give people the option to switch it out if they try the yoke first and don't like it, because I don't want to drive with a yoke. I want a dang wheel. Give me my wheel, Elon. I want a wheel. It's not that big of a deal. Maybe, who knows? Maybe yokes are great. Maybe they're pretty good. Where can you buy Tiger King on Uniswap? It's pretty easy. Go look at my tweet that I made about that. But anyway, I'm Matt Wass. This is Final Stand, and I will see you in the next video.